Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Natasha Arrow. Right now, we're live in the Digital Center. I'm here with Erinn Taylor, and she's here to talk about a special story that she's been working on. So, Erinn, why don't you take it away?
Yeah, thanks, Natasha. So I've been working on the story for a long time now. It's actually, we started with a book called In the Unsettled Homeland of Dreams. It's by a local author, Thomas Davis, who writes a historical novel about escaped slaves that actually set up a little colony on Washington Island in the 1850s. It's a little known piece of Door County's history, mostly because there's not a ton of, evidence left behind by them. They were escaped slaves. They were obviously not trying to leave behind a paper trail. By 1855, they were off the island. We're not really sure where they went after that, so it's this very brief little blip in Washington Island's history, but it is something that is very interesting, was very interesting to this local author, and we decided to actually go up to Washington Island and see what we could dig up there.
Tell me a little bit about what you found. Like, this is really, sounds like a really cool story, especially for history buffs.
Yes, definitely. So we talked to Thomas Davis himself first about the book, about kind of the research that went into creating this historical novel. When we were on Washington Island, we talked to the owner of a bookstore who had heard about the story, had asked Thomas Davis to write the book, so she's the one responsible for this whole thing happening. Then we talked to a man who owns the resort where we think that land is probably where those escaped slaves set up camp. Like I said, they were only there for a few years. They were gone without a trace after 1855. So yeah, we talked to him. We went to the archivist of the island, and that's where we got kind of our most solid information, everything that we know for sure. He showed us some primary source material, and really we don't know that much. We know that there was a preacher amongst them who at the time was the only preacher on the island. So actually the white settlers who were living there were about 300 people on the island at the time. They would actually go to hear this preacher preach because that was their only option for church on the island. So it was just a ton of information. You think when you're looking at something like this where there isn't a ton, it's not a widely known story, but actually once you start digging, there's all this information that you can find.
So tell us when we can watch it for people who are interested in seeing the full story.
Yes, so this full story will be on tonight, Local 5 News at 6 o'clock.
Well, thank you so much, Erinn, and everyone enjoy the rest of your day.